Hi, Rachel. Please, can I ask you just to quickly introduce yourself to everybody?
Hi Josh, hi everyone. I'm Rachel and I'm Marketing and Communications Manager at Barts Charity.
Perfect. Thanks, Rachel. I think today and this very short interview is about highlighting Barts Charity, making people more aware of exactly who you guys are. So let's start off there. Tell us a little bit more about Barts Charity.
Cool, thank you. So Barts Charity, we provide better health across East London and beyond. We fund medical research into cancer, COVID and lots more in between. And we support the 5 Barts Health hospitals who are all local to Leyton Orient. So we've got Whipps Cross, Newham, St Bartholomew's, the Royal London and Mile End. And we fund kind of patient care and staff wellbeing projects there that go above and beyond what the NHS itself can provide. So we transform spaces, and an example recently is the Whipps Cross Women's and Neonatal Unit. We transformed 7 areas there for the 5,000 people who give birth there each year, including Harry Kane, who was born there. We fund we fund cutting edge equipment, we fund community initiatives, and we also fund small projects that can make a big difference to patients. So I know the Older People's Ward did a kind of pamper day for their patients pre-COVID, where they did barber style shaves and manicures for their older patients and made them feel special for a few hours.
Sounds great. And you mentioned COVID there, obviously. Well, the past 11 months has been hugely eye-opening, and I'm sure it's had a huge impact on Barts Charity. And how have you adapted to support those 5 hospitals that you look after?
Yeah, so as you say, COVID's had a huge impact across the NHS, but especially in East London. And our 5 hospitals have treated 10,000 patients so far. I think it's fair to say the staff, even after the first wave, were kind of exhausted, burnt out. I remember speaking to one clinician who said that she would just get home, stand in the shower and just cry and think, I can't do this anymore. And they're now been thrown into the second wave, which is even worse in a lot of ways, more challenging. So yeah, we're doing everything we can to support them. That's included kind of rapid funding. So in the first wave, we gave emergency funding for lots of things, including iPads, so that people could speak to their families, sometimes for the last time. We funded electronic bikes so that staff could commute without having to get public transport. And most recently, we've given £50,000 emergency funding so that staff can get the kind of essential items they need, like food, drink, and feminine hygiene products. And also, it's just been great to see the kind of community rallying around the NHS, and we've been able to give some really substantial grants as well to help the staff's well-being. So we gave 2 million to transform their spaces. So some of the hospitals they're in quite old buildings now, and I think some of the shower facilities, the staff rooms needed an upgrade. So £2 million is funding that across the trust. We're giving dedicated staff wellbeing hubs for them, and we've also given £1 million for psychological support. So that will fund a dedicated psychologist for each site, so that teams and individuals can speak to them, talk about their experiences, and hopefully prevent long-term effects and post-traumatic stress disorder.
It's amazing. I think it wasn't until the other week when you went into all the amazing bits and pieces that you guys do that we don't necessarily see, that you realise the importance of Barts Charity to not only the patients but equally, those staff who have put their life and soul into their work over the past 11 months. You also mentioned some pretty big numbers there in terms of funding various pieces. How important is kind of fundraising for Barts Charity?
I guess, as with any charity, fundraising is vital for us. The more that we raise, the more that we can give to the hospitals and to research. And I know we're talking about multi-million-pound projects here, and it's a cliche, but every penny does help. Every small donation adds up to make a big impact in the hospital. So we're really grateful for all the support we've had.
Good. And I think, part of the foundation of Leighton Orient Football Club is about that community spirit and how people can help each other. So I guess the last question to you really, and it's really to open up our eyes to the way that the club, other partners at the club, our fan base can support and get involved and raise funds or volunteer. How can they get involved?
Good question. So you're right that Leighton Orient fans are kind of at the hub of our East London community, and that's what Barts Charity is too. So we just want to thank you first of all for everything you have done to support us for the last almost year now. We've been so grateful to be benefiting from the front of shirt sponsorship, the Thank You Frontline Heroes from Harry Kane. And just to say thank you to any Leighton Orient fans who've already kind of supported us, whether buying a shirt or directly. If the fans do want to support us, maybe they have a link to one of the local hospitals or family member was treated there. The best and easiest way is just to make a donation on our website at bartscharity.org.uk. And there's also a lot of information there about how you could fundraise. So we've had some very creative fundraisers through lockdown. One gentleman did 700 burpees. Somebody else did a 24-hour Bruce Springsteen club night. So lots of ideas, and we're here to support you all the way with that. If there's any local businesses who might want to get involved, we're really keen to speak with them, and we can kind of discuss what that support might look like, whether it's a donation, fundraising, or we have a few volunteering opportunities, especially at Christmas. And it's a chance for me now just to mention an upcoming campaign we have to raise some awareness of Barts Charity. So hopefully you've seen we do some amazing work in East London, and considering that people don't really know about us. Our brand awareness isn't as high as it should be, so we're really keen to raise awareness of the charity. We've got a badge campaign, little heart badges that we want to give out in spring so that people can show their support for the charity, show their support for their local NHS. So I hope when that campaign's ready that your fans will look out for it and support us with that.
Absolutely. I think that was another thing that came out of our conversation the other week. Excuse me. Was, if you can't afford to, donate at the moment, if you're, you're homeschooling and trying to keep up with a job, just a simple retweet of your content and amplifying your messages can also go a long way, right?
Oh, 100%. We're so grateful to anyone who shares our content on social media. We're on all of the major platforms. And yeah, like we said, it helps to reach new people and just increase knowledge of the charity and the help that we're giving to our NHS at the moment.
Perfect. Well, look, thank you very much for your time. I think from everyone at the club, we could not be prouder to run out in our home shirt, thanking our frontline heroes for the incredible work that they have done, they continue to do, and I'm sure will do for the future. But equally to you guys for looking after them to the best that you can, and supporting the patients during this difficult period. So thank you very much for your time. Keep doing the amazing stuff you do, and Leighton Orient, you'll always be a part of the family.
Oh, thank you so much, and thank you to everyone for your support.
Thank you.